Alright guys, let's try this again. This is John here. Trying to get the camera up and running. Bear with me here. I got no one to hold the camera, and it's kind of tough to kind of keep semi-level by looking just straight at it. So bear with me here, guys. But introduce myself a little bit. Basically, my buddies have been on me about, you got to start up something. You got to, all your cars, you got to show them and let people know. So basically, here it is. I'm going to start with my pride and joy. Here, this is my upper garage here now. But basically, here it is. It's a 2006 Evo 9 MR. And it's awesome. With the nines, they only made them for 1 year, and that was 2006. And the MRs get the 6-speed. You get Bilstein shocks. You get this cool Vortex generator. Of course, you get badass stock Recaro seats. Just kind of do a little walk around of it here. It's a beautiful day out here in Smyrna, Georgia, which is just a little suburb of Atlanta. And you can see the factory Momo steering wheel. Go ahead and pop the hood here. But it's pretty close to stock. Just running a intake here, test pipe, some headers. It's making about 340 wheel as it sits right now with the tune. I've had it about a year now. I looked for a long time for one. I had this one shipped in from California, 60,000 miles. And I got a great deal on shipping. I did buy it sight unseen, which at the time was kind of scary, but I did weeks and weeks of phone calls with the techs there at the dealership and all that good stuff. And went ahead and bought it, and I feel like I got a good deal on it. It's like I said, I've been wanting one my whole life, and I wanted the 9. And then I wanted the MR. Of course, the MR is Mitsubishi Racing. And a lot of people bash and hate on the 6th gear, but I personally love it. I love being able to cruise on the highway and not be at, 6,000 RPM, seems like with the 5-speed. So, I went ahead and put my OEM mats in. I know it's kind of dark out here, but yeah, I mean, it's super clean. Got the an awesome aftermarket head unit in there with Bluetooth. The back seats are like no one ever sat in them. Like I said, it's just stupid clean. I love it. It's an awesome car. I'll be doing another video here shortly of my other vehicles. Currently, I have 4. And this one is probably the most fun. You can hear the blow off valve, and almost 400 crank horsepower. It's awesome. It's a blast to drive. I've done all the fluids, the maintenance, all the basic maintenance to it at my buddy of mine. We've done all that, taken care of it. So. But anyways, like I said, I just wanted to introduce, my first car here. I'll be updating the vlog here shortly. And then you can see down here on the front these 2 oval inlets here. These are for the air to the intercooler. On so many new cars, you see all these fake vents and everything like that. Well, in this car, there's 0 fake vents. I've wanted one of these again my whole life. And I got down between the Civic Type R and this, and I drove a Civic Type R, and I was very, very, very unimpressed. Felt just like a slightly quicker version of my Civic Si, and it's not JDM, so that really bothered me. I could go on for days about how The Civic Type R is, you know, the engine is made here in Ohio, is shipped to England, and the car is assembled there. Why in the hell Honda did that, I have no idea. But this is the last all-wheel drive JDM turbocharged sedan, you know, probably ever. I mean, you know, there's two guys out there, the STI guys and Evo guys. Personally, how I feel is that if, you know, you drive an STI and then you drive an Evo 9, there's no comparison in the world. I mean, because let's be honest, you're buying these cars for performance, and the Evo is hands down outperforms any of them. My buddy has a 2018 STI tuned. We were playing around, and it walked it pretty good. You know, it's just really, and this is pretty much stock. I mean, it's not no engine build or anything like that, and it walks away from a lot of cars. So, but there's many different people on the, you know, opinions and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people love the Civic Type R. Me personally, I feel sick that Honda didn't make it a JDM car. And also driving it felt like I was driving a minivan. It was so big and wide. This thing here still feels light, nimble, and it's hearing the blow-off valve and all the sounds it makes, and how the Evo just slaps you in the face with power. It's just an experience like none other. So again, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Like I said, I mean, I love cars. As I mentioned in a couple earlier videos, I'm a JDM guy. I think that the fit and finish of this car and my other ones are just absolutely spot on. My buddy, he has his Mustangs and he loves those, and that's cool, but to me personally, it's just the fit and the finish is just not as pristine as this. And being all-wheel drive, you can get all the power down, and there's not a wasted horsepower. So again, guys, thank you very much. Look forward to you know, hearing your thoughts on this. Like I said, this was my dream car. I got it. You know, it's awesome. It's an incredible car. It pulls like crazy, and the coolest thing about it is that I'm almost getting 20 miles to the gallon blasting around town, which I think is the absolute coolest thing. So anyways, all right guys, I appreciate it.